So how is knowing the discriminant helpful? We can tell what kind and type of roots a quadratic function, that's a parabola, an x squared function, will have without doing the whole quadratic formula. So if the discriminant, the b squared minus 4ac, is 0, it's going to have one real root because the square root of 0 is 0. So I only have one answer. So I'll have one real root. If it's a positive number like 4, I will have two real roots because I can take the square root of 4 nicely and get 2 and negative 2. If the discriminant is a negative number, for instance, negative 9, I will have two imaginary roots. We know how to take the square root of a negative number now, so it'll be negative 3i and plus 3i, but there will be a little I on there, so they'll be imaginary, which means they won't cross the x-axis. Let's try a problem. So we're supposed to find the discriminant, then state the number of real or imaginary roots. So I have 9n squared minus 3n minus 8 equals negative 10. Note that this side has to equal 0, just like anytime else we see the squared, one without a squared and one with no variable at all, I always say get it equal to 0. We have to do the same thing here. So let's add 10 to both sides. We get 9n squared minus 3n plus 2 equals 0. Now I'm going to use my b squared minus 4ac formula. So a is 9, b is negative 3, and c is 2. I plug those numbers into my little formula. B is negative 3, so I got negative 3 squared minus 4 times 9 for A and 2 for C. So I have 9 minus 72. When I do that math, I'm going to have a negative number. So this is telling me that I will have two imaginary roots because I can take the square root of a negative number, but it's going to have little i's in its answer. So that means if I were to graph this parabola, it would not be touching the x-axis. Here's one for you to try. And here's the solution for it. So I'm going to move everything over to the left side. I get 4a squared minus 8a plus 4. Plug in 4 for A, negative 8 for B, and 4 for C. So I get negative 8 squared minus 4 times 4 times 4. 64 minus 64 is 0. The square root of 0 is 0. There's only one number. There's no plus 0 minus 0. There's no such thing. So that will give me one real root. That means that this parabola is touching the x-axis in exactly one spot. That's it for today. Do your best on the quiz. Of course, let me know if you have any troubles with anything, and I will talk to you guys later in the week. Have a good day. Bye-bye.